It's minicamp season, and today we're looking at the Carolina Panthers, getting a good look at T-Mac. We're going to watch him catch some balls, run some routes, and everything else. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at practice, rookie camp, OTAs, minicamp, training camp, workouts in between, so you know what your players are doing behind the scenes on the field. Your rookies, those quarterback battles, those guys you're drafting in fantasy football soon. Click that button so you can stay in the know, because you're going to be making some decisions for your fantasy teams, for your bets, your favorite team. Here you go. Today we're looking at T-Mac. 4.5 minutes. We'll loop this and keep talking ball if necessary. Again, there's Renfro. Do you want a video on Renfro? Let me know, but there's T-Mac. There he is. He moves well for size. Look at him. Coming off there. Here's another one. This was part of another montage with the minicamp clips, so some of the older ones are in there. I noticed it because I have them. The feet's looking good. Feet's looking good. Feet looks good for his size. He's got some clips, too, where in college, he's rising up, making one-handed grabs. This is a nasty wide receiver. This is a nasty wide receiver. I think his talent is very understated, but this is a wide receiver that fits well with Bryce Young and what he does. If you look at the average depth of targets of the wide receivers last year, most of them are in double digits, which is an indicator that your quarterback pushes it downfield. So a wide receiver added to your team, like we're seeing here with T-Mac, who has tremendous ball skills, big-time recruit, wire to wire, from high school to the draft, getting it done, early breakout age in college, is just going to fit nicely. Like when he's covered, he's open. Watch his feet. He's got nice feet for his size. Different type of wide receiver, too, compared to what else is on the roster. It's not a comparison, but it's like looking at the traits. He's got that Mike Evans-esque game style where you're getting him downfield. You're letting him rise up and make the play. And that's whether deep in the end zone, you're just chucking it up there. He's covered. He's open still. He's going to rise up and make it. He can still create separation. He's nasty off the break. Limited drift. Those hands are nasty. Those hands are nasty. Like we've said before, he's got some nasty mitts on him. They're very sticky. I believe he's going to be a cornerstone for this offense for a long time. He's probably going to help Bryce Young take a step forward. He's a rookie, so give him some time to acclimate, some time to ramp up. Maybe back half season, you start seeing him sell out a little bit. You see him start blowing up or having some big moments. You're going to feel good about him going into 2026. That's what I see out of T-Mac. That's what I see out of McMillan here. And I believe you're going to see that sooner than later. I see him, once we get the full go. What I mean full go is we're established in the league. We're pretty much almost the vet status. Over 20% target share easy. A-dot. Easy over 10, probably like 12 range. Getting targeted well, 25-ish% target share, and a lot of big moments with that. So the work rate's going to be there because easiest, the most talented wide receiver on the team. And if you're looking at this for the Panthers, you got Xavier Legette from last year, good size with just athleticism. Haas, Adam Thielen, a good bridge considering his age for these young guys. Jalen Coker's a talent. Jimmy Horn in this year's draft. We've done some videos on him. He's very twitched up, underrated wide receiver. Him and LeJohntay Wester for the Ravens, the Colorado wide receivers. Very twitched up. I just see him right there. Good creating separation. Might end up seeing his moment somewhere down the line. Would not be surprised if he's a surprise player down the line. But we look at McMillan here. This is a wide receiver that could make a huge impact here sooner than later. And it could be even like first couple weeks of season. And he starts getting all the targets. It could be. And it could be like it starts looking good and then later on down the road it just starts looking better. Like he's that type of threat. He's that type of player. He can really help transcend this offense. Really help the running backs too. Like you're not going to be able to stack the box with him. Like, again, like I stated, this is a big-time recruit coming out of high school. And then instantly Arizona, we break out. And then we just keep stacking years, keep stacking seasons. And the next thing you know, we're a top draft prospect. This is a solid wide receiver prospect. Hunter Renfrow added to the mix. You're looking at another decorated route runner. McMillan's got twitched up feet. Very good feet for his height. Like, what I mean by that is when you're taller, you got physics working against you, making it harder to make those breaks without drifting. However, that doesn't impact him too much. He's going to be able to create separation, but on a different level, a different way. Like, he will be able to off the break in the league, but he'll have that threat with that length and the jumping ability and the ball skills to make him look a little different. This is going to be a fun wide receiver. Bryce Young's going to get better. Bryce Young's going to get better. Unless he has a fall off, which he almost did last year but came back, he's getting better. He's going to get better. Like, this is the piece that's going to help him. Like, he's got that wide receiver to lean on, to just chuck it up. Close his eyes, chuck it up. You're getting blitzed. You're moving around. You keep your eyes downfield. You find him. Chuck it up there to him. Like, that safe deposit is right there. And his name is McMillan. His T-Mac. That is your guy. This is the cornerstone piece to your offense that you've been looking for. To help your quarterback. To help the run game. He's going to be a star. He's going to be a star. Now, talking fantasy football. Talking redraft. That's a lottery upside play. Lottery ticket upside play. I like to stack those when the time's right, and I will have those. And I'm looking at running back a lot in the double-digit rounds. But T-Mac's going to have some value. He's going to be up there a bit. Going to have to go back and look at where he's going in underdog. But still, in your home leagues, rookies are a little bit cheaper, considering who he's with. Depending on where you're at drafting, it could be even cheaper. That's something to pay attention to. When you're looking at him in Dynasty, he's already up there in value. He's just already up there in value. Now, what I think about him for fantasy, like I already told you the work rates here. Like, I'm expecting within a year or so, over 20% target share, more like 25+%-ish. ADOT around 12. So that's going to allow him to be very reliable, yet be able to get those boom weeks. Now, his upside is a top wide receiver. I think the floor is unlikely for him to hit. I think he's going to be a good player. I think he's at least going to be a very good player in the league. At least going to be a good wide receiver. He's going to be a good fantasy asset. I think the odds of him busting is very, 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 very low. Very low. One of the lowest in the draft at skilled positions. Like, at wide receiver, that's getting drafted in the first round, one of the lowest you'll see. Like I just see him taking off pretty good due to the size, doing ball skills, due to how quick he was able to break out in college, how sticky those hands are. He can not only win vertically, but he can break off routes good for his height. Going to be good around the red zone. I just see the odds of him busting being very, 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 very low. Lower than most rookies, lower than most wide receivers. Honestly. You put him in last year's class, and it is a very, very deep wide receiver class, which honestly, they had a lot of talented wide receivers just like him. I mean, he's up there with those guys. He competes. Let's just say he competes. Like, obviously, Malik Neighbors, like, you only get one of those wide receivers every once in a while. Brian Thomas Jr., I was very high on him. He's not too far off. He's round there. Best way, round there. Round there somewhere. Around there somewhere. He's not too far off. He's not too far away. He's not too far away. Above Ricky Pearsall. Above Xavier Legette. Above those first-round wide receivers. And has a lot of potential. We have a lot of upside here with T-Mac. A lot of upside. And I believe you might get some delayed gratification, but be patient with him. But a lot of upside here with T-Mac. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.